Snow White, 2025. In a once peaceful kingdom, a benevolent queen gives birth to a daughter during a fierce snowstorm and names her Snow White in honor of the miraculous event. Snow White grows up surrounded by love and generosity, sharing her parents' belief that the bounty of the land belongs to all who tend it. But tragedy strikes when her mother dies of illness, leaving the king heartbroken. The king remarries a beautiful and seemingly noble woman with magical abilities. This new queen warns of a distant threat, convincing the king to lead a military campaign, a campaign from which he never returns. With the king gone, the queen reveals her true nature: cruel, vain, and obsessed with maintaining power. Under her rule, the kingdom's subjects suffer, forced into conscription or left destitute. As Snow White matures into a compassionate and spirited young woman, the queen becomes increasingly jealous of her beauty and kindness. She relegates Snow White to servitude as a scullery maid, confining her to the palace while she consults the magic mirror each day, desperate to hear that she is still the fairest of them all. When the mirror declares Snow White fairer because of her goodness and strength, the queen's jealousy turns to rage. Fearing Snow White's influence will undermine her rule, the queen orders her huntsman to take Snow White into the forest, kill her, and return with her heart boxed as proof. In the woods, however, the huntsman cannot bring himself to harm Snow White. He reveals the queen's plot and urges her to flee deeper into the forest for safety, saving her life, but leaving her alone and frightened. Lost, Snow White is comforted by woodland creatures who guide her to a secluded cottage, the home of 7 dwarfs: Doc, grumpy, happy, sleepy, bashful, sneezy, and dopey. Though initially wary, the dwarfs are won over by Snow White's kindness and agree to shelter her from the queen's wrath. Meanwhile, back at the castle, the queen learns she still lives and dispatches guards into the forest to capture her. Snow White meets Jonathan, a charismatic bandit leader who opposes the queen's tyranny. Together, they fend off palace guards and begin to realize their mutual respect and deeper feelings. Jonathan shares rumors that Snow White's father might still be alive, giving her hope, but he is soon captured and imprisoned by the queen, who demands he reveal her location. Paragraph 7. Back in the forest, the queen disguises herself as an old peddler woman and concocts a poisoned apple that will plunge the eater into a death-like sleep. She offers it deceitfully to Snow White at the dwarf's cottage, claiming she can help rescue Jonathan. Snow White, unsuspecting, takes a bite and collapses, betrayed and cursed. The queen gloats over her success before retreating to the palace. The dwarfs find Snow White in her enchanted slumber and, unwilling to bury her, lay her upon a bed of flowers, where she appears lost to the world. With the huntsman's help, Jonathan escapes his prison and makes his way to her side. Grief-stricken, he kisses Snow White, breaking the spell. She awakens, rallying the dwarfs and Jonathan's bandits to reclaim the kingdom. Paragraph 9. Snow White returns to confront her stepmother in the castle. When the queen goads her to kill her for the throne, Snow White refuses, instead reminding everyone of how just and generous the kingdom once was under her parents' rule. Moved by her words, the queen's guards turn against her. Cornered and enraged, the queen asks the magic mirror who is the fairest, and is told that Snow White's compassion and justice outshine